Good morning. We're going on a safari. This is the February paper pumpkin and the alternative projects. So we're also going to talk a little bit about March too. So make sure you watch it all the way through so you know how March's bits work. Alrighty, here we go. So this month we're doing 9 different projects that are alternatives to the cards that came in the kit. So if you are into making the kit, go for it. You'll have fun. But I also didn't like all the animals, to be honest with you. They're cute, but I didn't need a lot of kid cards, and that's what I saw with them. So I swapped them up a little bit and added a lot more of the foliage. So I want to just go through the 3 purple cards that I made. The Let's Celebrate with this one, and the Happy Birthday with this one, and is that a gazelle? The Let's Celebrate with the gazelle. Then I moved into the soft succulent ones, the Happy Birthday, and the Let's Celebrate in this landscape position. The You Are So Amazing with this one, different stamp set. Happy Birthday here, a Happy Birthday here, and a Happy Birthday here. I need lots of birthday cards. Okay, so what you will notice is that I added some cardstock and some extra designer series paper on each of them. And for 3 of the cards, they all have the same cardstock and the same designer series paper. Then the same cardstock and designer series paper, and the same with the purple ones. And so how did I do that? Well, let's look at your kit that I gave you. Where did I put it? Here. So in your kit, you are going to have something that you might want to add to your cards, a picture of the 9 alternatives, and then you are going to have an explanation of a one-sheet wonder. Actually, they're one-sheet wonders for both February and March. Because I'm going to be out of town, I wanted to make sure that we could do something cool with March as well. And so I have these one-sheet wonder templates. And so basically they tell you how to cut a 6x6 piece of paper so that you can have 3 different cards when you're done out of one piece of paper. So you are actually going to get a little bonus bookmark, so you can make it into your own bookmark any way you want. But I thought that gazelle looked cute on a bookmark. In here, you are going to have some card bases, and I gave you 3 card bases. They are the purple, the soft succulent, and the bumblebee, that all mimic the same colors as the card bases in the kit. So if you make all of your kit cards, you can still make 3 of the alternative cards. Then I gave you 3 sheets of DSP, Designer Series paper. They're all 6x6, and you're going to follow the cutting directions on the directions here so that you can cut them all ahead of time. So you'll follow those and cut them out. And then you are going to have a piece of coordinating cardstock, and that cardstock is going to be cut 1/4 of an inch bigger than each of these dimensions. So for example, this DSP, this third sample, you're going to cut all of your pieces 2 by 2. So you would cut this piece 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 square. And if you were cutting these right here and the DSP is 1 by 4, then the cardstock mat underneath it is going to be 1 1/4 by 4 1/4. Okay, I hope that makes good sense. So, and again, you can tell which of the patterns I followed by looking at the picture that I provided for you. And again, if you like one of the layouts better than the other, then make them all the same. It doesn't matter. It's your choice. I'm just giving you options. So that's how you're going to do your, that's how the February bits work. And for March, I want to just go over that real quickly as well. For March, we're going to have a really special kit. I don't know exactly what it's going to be like, but I do know that the colors of the March kit will be Bumblebee, Calypso Coral, Evergreen, Evening Evergreen, Misty Moonlight, Night of Navy, Old Olive, and Pale Papaya. So what I did is I gave you some of those cardstocks again. And I also gave you a piece of Thick Whisper White. So you could use these as your cardstock bases if you want to make extra bases, extra cards. I wasn't sure exactly what the card kit will look like, but again, it's the Paper Pumpkin annual anniversary, so they're giving us an extra stamp set. And I know they are also playing off of the New Horizons Designer Series paper. So I've given you 3 pieces of the Designer Series paper from the pack so that you can cut them like you did for your February kit, or you can do something different with them. But these papers are absolutely gorgeous, and I wanted to get them in your hand so you could look at them and let you know you might want to order an additional pack of the New Horizons Designer Series paper. It's $11.50, and the fronts and backs all look like they have been watercolored. And I wanted to share with you real quickly some very quick cards that you can make just by stamping directly on the Designer Series paper. This is the In the Moment stamp set, but you could use any stamp set. I think they're just absolutely gorgeous, and the papers are all, I mean, they're just dreamy. They all look like watercolors, and you can do so very much with them. I'm going to be using these a lot in future projects. So that's for March. Okay, back to February. So I am going to look at my design here, and I'm noticing that looking at this purple one, the blue paper, which is, this is the blue paper, the blue DSP, is going to match. I also gave you some white pieces for your stamping, your sentiments. Okay, it's going to match the first DSP pattern here. So there are 3 3x3 pieces and 3 3x1 pieces. So I am going to cut my DSP, and I'm going to do that right now for you, with you. I'm just going to do the first one. So I'm getting out my trimmer, and I am looking here, and I see that the first cut goes all the way through this way, and this one goes all the way through this way. So it doesn't matter if I start with a horizontal or a vertical line. I'm going to be okay. I do not want to start by cutting these pieces right here. So you can kind of see it's in fourths. So I'm going to put this in my trimmer, and I'm going to put it at 3, and I'm going to slice it once. Then I am looking at my pattern, and I see that it's cut again 3 by 3. So it's a 6 by 6 piece of paper. So now I have a 6 by 3. So I'm going to take this and cut it again. So now I have 2 pieces of 3 by 3. And looking at my pattern, I need another 3 by 3. So I will put this piece in here and slice it. And then the last 3 pieces, you will see I need a 3 by 1s. So this is a 3 by 3 piece right now, so I'm going to put it in the trimmer, and I'm going to cut it at 1 inch. So 1 and 2. Okay, so now I have all my 3 pieces, or 6 pieces, to make my 3 cards. And going back and looking at my design, it's on the purple paper. So I can either use the purple bases from the card kit, or I can use the purple base that I provided for you. And you can see then, oh, I need to cut out my, my cardstock. So let's look at the cardstock. So once again, I'm going to use my trimmer, and I am going to look that I have 3 pieces of 3 by 3. Oops. And what I need to do is I need to make mats for these, and they need to be 1/4 of an inch larger. So I am going to cut this at 3 1/4. And then I am going to cut it at 3 1/4. So now I have a perfect mat for my blue piece. So I need to do that 3 times. I also need 3 1/4 by 1 1/4. So this is 3 1/4. So I will do a 1 1/4 piece here. And I now have a mat for that guy. Okay, and I'm going to keep going. I'm going to do 3 1/4. And 3 1/4. And I have that mat, and 1 1/4, and I have that mat, and then I finish the last one. So easy peasy. So now I do have my pieces to lay on my card design, and you can see, looking at the samples, that I did a design this way, I laid out one like this. And I also did a second one like that. Okay? So that really is all there is to it. You're just going to follow the puzzle pieces and enjoy.